from the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017. We are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from Houston. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. On play action, Mills. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
A first down throw for Mills. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. The Texans at 2-3 here to begin the new season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Mills now. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Second and 2. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in second and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On first and 10, Mills. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. Second and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
going for it with Pierce. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Fairbairn able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
On 2.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll get this to the 32. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now Burrow. He's got Hurst, his tight end. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this 1st quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. Room here to run. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
16 more on that one and another first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do...
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The veteran Joe Schobert getting to him behind the line of scrimmage. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Here's Blake Gillikin now. It's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really have no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run. That's a positive play for the offense.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. 33 yards that time.
Gun.
Burrow looking to pass. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
That's caught at the 25. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Here we go. 11 MT pace. 11 MT pace.
On 2nd and goal, Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8.
Texans 6. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Final play of the half, Mills. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bengals drive about to get going. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's got some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Mills throw taken in there by Cooks. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Mills on 1st down. Check down to Breida. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing, but in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Play fake. Mills. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Pierce will try to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They run forward, Breida. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon. 8 yards there, getting him out of danger. It's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Uses the stiff arm. And all the way down to the 39. 162 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slow them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Burrow will throw. And it's incomplete. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal. We just saw him do it right there.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Running left, it's Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Mixing up the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak.
His kick is good.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And Mills is intercepted for the third time. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them. But all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The sack there by Brandon Graham coming in and bringing him down to the ground. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. 1st down, Mills.
And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mills. This is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Matt Breida, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. They run it with Breida. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Throwing, Mills. coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
To throw again on second down. Mills. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. The Texans on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Somehow I feel he's going to hear the same thing when he gets to the sidelines after this series. So close to the first down marker. Just tuck it and run for the first down. No sense trying to throw it downfield, and that one falls incomplete.
Here we go on 4th down. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Mills. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very solid gain of 27. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Pierce. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They're going to try and run. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got no thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Back to Mixon on second down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Burrow. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken from just outside the 30. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. My goodness, 229 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's a give to Mixon. Oh, no, he lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover. Buying time to his left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Mills back to throw.
He's going to let it fly.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Chidobe-Awuzie with a pick. And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
He's going to go up top again.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this.